Look, fellas, if you're over 40 and things don't work the way they used to down there, there's a good chance it's not stress, not age, and not just in your head. It's something you're doing regularly that you've probably been told is harmless, maybe even healthy, but done the wrong way, it quietly trains your body to fail when it actually matters. I see this all the time. Guys who can still function alone but freeze up, go soft, or lose sensitivity with a partner. And the scary part, most men never connect the dots. They just assume something's broken, or worse, permanent. Here's the deal. The problem isn't what you think it is, and once you understand this, you'll see exactly why confidence slips, erections weaken, and desire fades, even when your labs look normal. Hey, I'm Dr. Rosalia Viterbo. I've spent years working with men over 40 who are struggling with exactly this: low energy, shaky confidence, and sexual performance that just isn't what it used to be. My focus is helping guys restore their hormones, boost their energy, and get back that drive and vitality without relying on pills or gimmicks. I've seen firsthand how small habits, even things you think are harmless, can quietly chip away at your health and performance. And that's why I wanted to make this video, so you can catch these mistakes before they take over. Alright, here's the deal. I'm going to break down the 3 biggest mistakes men over 40 make when it comes to masturbation that can leave you limp, drained, or just not feeling like yourself. We're talking mistakes that most guys don't even realize they're making. I'll explain exactly what's happening in your body when these mistakes happen, why it hits men over 40 harder, and most importantly, what to do about it so you can stay strong, energized, and confident, and stick with me till the end. Because the last mistake is one even most doctors overlook, but fixing it can make a huge difference in your performance and your overall well-being. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly what to avoid and how to protect your sexual health for the long run. Alright, before we dive into the mistakes, let's take a step back and understand why this even matters. Because here's the thing, masturbation is completely normal. It's healthy, it's not the enemy. But like anything, the way you do it, how often, and even the mindset behind it can make a huge difference, especially after 40. Here's why. As men age, your body changes in ways that you might not notice day to day. Testosterone, the hormone that drives your energy, your confidence, your libido, starts to decline naturally after about 35. It drops slowly, but over the years, it can affect everything from your sleep, to your mood, to your ability to get and maintain erections. And here's the kicker. Habits you had in your 20s, when your hormones were high and your recovery was fast, may no longer work the same way now. Think of your hormones like a battery. In your 20s, that battery was fully charged, and even if you drained it a bit, it bounced right back. After 40, the battery doesn't recharge as quickly, and repeated overuse or certain mistakes can leave you running on low. That's why men start noticing less stamina, weaker erections, or lower energy. They're not broken, their bodies are just giving signals that things need adjusting. Another piece of the puzzle is blood flow. Erections aren't just about testosterone, they're about circulation, nerve health, and how responsive your body is to sexual stimulation. Over time, poor habits, even something like rough or overstimulating masturbation, can temporarily dull that sensitivity. Combine that with lower testosterone and slower recovery, and suddenly a habit that used to feel fine can leave you feeling less than fully charged. And let's not forget the mind-body connection. Stress, anxiety, or even just the mental habit of rushing or overdoing it can have real effects on your performance. Your nervous system basically tells your penis, hey, not today, even if everything else is fine. Most men never link this mental side to their physical performance. They just assume, oh, I'm getting older, that's just how it is. But there's often a lot more going on under the surface that can be fixed with simple changes. Here's the key takeaway. Masturbation itself isn't the problem. It's how it interacts with your hormones, circulation, nervous system, and recovery that can create issues over time. Men over 40 are more vulnerable because your body is naturally changing, and mistakes that didn't matter in your 20s start showing up as lower energy, weaker erections, or even frustration in the bedroom. So now that we've set the stage, you can see why catching these mistakes early is so important. Fixing them doesn't just improve performance, it can boost energy, confidence, and overall health. First mistake: overstimulation and death grip. First up, the most common mistake I see: overstimulation, often called the death grip. Guys think it's no big deal, but here's what happens. When you consistently masturbate with a very tight grip or super fast technique, your body starts to get used to that extreme stimulation. Your nerves and your brain get trained to respond only to that level of intensity. After 40, this becomes a bigger problem because your nervous system and blood flow aren't as resilient. That tight, fast stimulation can desensitize the nerves, making real-life sexual experiences feel weaker or less exciting. Many men notice it first as trouble getting or maintaining an erection, even with a partner, something that didn't happen in their 20s. Here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine trying to drink from a fire hose after only ever using a straw. Your body just isn't calibrated for that intensity anymore. The fix? Slow it down, use a lighter grip, focus on sensation instead of speed, and occasionally take breaks to let your nervous system reset. Over time, this helps restore sensitivity and makes erections stronger, fuller, and easier to maintain. Second mistake: too much, too often. Second, let's talk frequency. Masturbation is healthy, but doing it too often, especially daily or multiple times a day, can drain your hormones and energy. After 40, your testosterone doesn't bounce back as quickly, and repeated ejaculations without adequate recovery can leave you feeling tired, low on drive, and sometimes soft when you want to perform. It's not about shame, it's about timing. Think of your body like a battery again. In your 20s, you could charge and discharge repeatedly and still feel ready to go. Now your recharge rate slows down. Too much, too often, and your body starts telling you, hey, we need a break. That's why some men notice lower morning wood, less spontaneous desire, or difficulty sustaining erections. The fix is simple: give yourself recovery time, listen to your energy levels, mix in rest days, and track how you feel. You'll notice better erections, more stamina, and improved overall well-being just by pacing yourself. Most men underestimate how important rest is. It's not just for workouts, your sexual health needs recovery too. Third mistake: porn dependency and mental conditioning. Third, let's get real about porn. I see it all the time. Guys over 40 who rely on porn to get off. Here's the problem: porn trains your brain to expect high-intensity visuals, fast cuts, and unrealistic scenarios. Over time, real-life sex can feel boring in comparison. Your brain craves the same level of stimulation it's been conditioned to, and your body may struggle to respond. This isn't about guilt, it's science. Dopamine, the reward hormone, spikes during porn use. Too much, and your natural sexual response starts dulling. Men over 40 feel it more because their dopamine response and hormone levels aren't as high as in their 20s, making it easier to fall into the need porn to get hard trap. What you do about it? Cut back on porn, mix in non-visual fantasies or sensual touch, and focus on connection rather than just stimulation. Training your brain to respond to more natural cues restores desire, improves erections, and strengthens intimacy. It's tough at first, but the payoff is huge. Better sex, more confidence, and a brain that actually gets excited the way it's supposed to. Fourth mistake: ignoring overall health. Fourth mistake: ignoring the bigger picture. Masturbation habits alone won't tank your performance. But when you combine overstimulation, frequent sessions, or porn dependency with poor sleep, bad diet, and low physical activity, things compound fast. Blood flow is crucial for erections, and anything that harms circulation, like high stress, poor nutrition, or low exercise, amplifies the effects of masturbation mistakes. Your heart, your arteries, and your testosterone all work together. Men over 40 can't rely on youth to hide these gaps anymore. Fixing this means taking a holistic approach. Sleep more, eat nutrient-rich foods, Move your body, manage stress. Even small changes, like a brisk walk, a protein-rich breakfast, or a meditation routine can dramatically improve how your body responds to sexual stimulation. Most men think it's just the penis, but sexual health is full body health. Fifth mistake, neglecting mindset and emotional connection. Finally, mistake number 5, neglecting mindset. Men often think masturbation is purely physical, but your mind drives most of the experience. Stress, guilt, performance anxiety, or racing thoughts can all interfere with your sexual response. After 40, your nervous system is more sensitive to these mental factors, and a distracted or anxious mind can make erections weaker, orgasms less intense, or recovery slower. Think of it this way: your body is ready, but your brain isn't giving the go signal. Most men never connect the dots. They just think, I'm getting older, that's just me. But in reality, learning to relax, focus on sensation, and mentally enjoy the experience can make a huge difference. Practices like mindfulness, breathing exercises, or even just slowing down during masturbation can restore power, pleasure, and confidence. Let me give you a real-world example of what I see in my clinic all the time. I had a patient, let's call him Mark. He was 46, married, and came to me complaining that his erections just weren't what they used to be. He said he felt tired all the time, had less drive, and was frustrated that intimacy with his wife didn't feel exciting anymore. Mark was a classic case. He exercised a bit, but he was stressed at work, slept poorly, and relied heavily on porn and quick sessions of masturbation to relieve tension. He didn't realize that these habits, combined with normal age-related hormonal changes, were compounding over the years and quietly undermining his sexual performance. When we dug into his routine, we discovered 3 things. His grip was way too tight, he was masturbating daily without adequate recovery, and his porn use was training his brain to expect stimulation that real life couldn't match. His testosterone was a bit low for his age, and he had mild circulation issues from sedentary habits. We made a plan. He started pacing his masturbation, using a lighter grip, reducing porn, and taking rest days. We added simple lifestyle tweaks, better sleep, daily walks, stress management, and a few dietary adjustments. Within a few weeks, Mark noticed stronger erections, more spontaneous desire, and better energy overall. Most importantly, intimacy with his wife became enjoyable again, and he felt confident instead of frustrated. The core lesson here is simple: you're not broken. Your body is just reacting to habits, age-related changes, and lifestyle factors. The good news? With small, smart adjustments, men over 40 can restore performance, pleasure, and confidence, just like Mark did. Myth number 1: masturbation makes you weak or kills testosterone. This is one of the oldest myths in the book. Here's the truth: occasional masturbation has almost no impact on your long-term testosterone levels. What matters is frequency and recovery. If you're overdoing it and not giving your body time to recharge, that's when you feel drained. But it's not because masturbation magically destroys hormones. Your body is just telling you to slow down. Myth number 2: porn is harmless. I can watch as much as I want. Look, porn itself isn't evil, but over time, excessive porn rewires your brain's reward system. Men over 40 are especially susceptible because dopamine sensitivity and hormone levels naturally decline with age. The result? Real-life intimacy feels less exciting, erections feel weaker, and desire can drop. The fix is simple: moderation, variety, and retraining your brain to respond to real-world cues. Myth number 3: if I can't perform, I'm broken. This one kills confidence. The truth is, erectile issues or lower sexual stamina in your 40s are often about habits, lifestyle, and aging changes, not a permanent defect. You're not broken. You just need to understand how your body is different now and make smart adjustments. Exercise, nutrition, recovery, and smarter masturbation habits can restore performance in most cases. Here's the takeaway: don't believe the hype and don't let shame control you. Understanding your body, pacing yourself, and retraining your brain are what actually make a difference, not outdated myths. All right, let's do a quick recap so this all sticks. First, overstimulation, the death grip. Slow down, lighten the touch, and restore sensitivity. Second, too much, too often. Pace yourself, give your body recovery time, and watch your energy and erections improve. Third, porn dependency. Cut back, focus on real-life cues, and retrain your brain to respond naturally. Fourth, neglecting overall health. Sleep, diet, exercise, and circulation all matter for sexual performance. Fifth, mindset and emotional connection. Stress, guilt, or distraction can weaken erections, so slow down and focus on sensation. Fixing these 5 areas is how men over 40 can protect their sexual health, feel more confident, and enjoy sex again without feeling frustrated or broken. If you're a guy over 40 and you want to take control of your sexual health, energy, and confidence, I've got something for you. Down in the description, I've linked my free guide that breaks all this down step by step, so you can start fixing these mistakes today. While you're at it, hit that like button if this video opened your eyes, and subscribe so you don't miss more tips on hormones, performance, and long-term well-being. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below telling me which mistake surprised you the most, or what's been your biggest struggle with sexual performance. I read every single one, and I'll respond with advice you can actually use. Take action now. Don't let these habits quietly sap your energy or confidence. The first step is just a click away. You're not alone, and you're definitely not broken. Small changes can make a big difference, and every step you take towards smarter habits and better health counts. I'm Dr. Rosalia Viterbo. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.